Victory. Victory. Victory, victory, that's my battle cry.
Victory, victory, that's my battle cry.
SOLDIER.
SOLDIER.
Soldiers, soldiers, that's who we are.
Soldiers, soldiers, that's who we are.
COUNTRY.
COUNTRY.
For duty, honor, country, I'd give my life.
For duty, honor, country, I'd give my life.
On April 18th, 2006, I had my first confirmed kill. This man was innocent. I don't know his name. I called him the Fat Man. He was walking back to his house, and I shot him in front of his friend and his father. The first round didn't kill him after I had hit him up here in his neck area. And afterwards he started screaming and looked right into my eyes. So I looked at my friend who I was on post with, and I said, well, I can't let that happen. So I took another shot and took him out. There was one incident where we got into a firefight just south of the government center, about 2,000 meters. We had no idea where the fire was coming from, and the way our rules of engagement were, pinpoint where the fire is coming from and throw a rocket at it. So with that being said, we still didn't know where the fire was coming from, and an 84 millimeter rocket was shot into a house. I do not know if there was anyone in it. We do not know if that's where the fire was coming from, but that's what was done.
Well, I suppose the biggest event was the Battle of Khe Sanh. It was called the Siege of Khe Sanh, and they documented it as being 77 days being sieged by the North Vietnamese Army. And it was a fire base in what we call I-Corps, that was the demilitarized zone. And this here fire base was an obstacle to the enemy because it overlooked the Ho Chi Minh Trail, which was a large infiltration route that the North Vietnamese used to infiltrate the South Vietnam. During that time, 77 days, you saw a little bit of everything. The enemy, we were 5,000 strong in a perimeter called the base camp, and there was 40,000 NVA soldiers who had us surrounded, cut off. Supplies were coming in through air, but because of the losses of the aircraft and helicopters, they closed the airstrip. So everything that was coming into us, the supplies that we needed on a daily basis, was dropped by parachute. And that was quite challenging. During the course of the 77 days, you saw we were constantly pinned down or harassed by enemy artillery, mortars, rockets, recoilless rifles. There were times when you spoke to a friend and 5 minutes later the friend wasn't there anymore. Literally. Maybe a boot. That was pretty tough.
Our operation put a mission in for us, and they planned to put off 18 planes, and it so happened that I was flying on the right wing of the leader. And then I'll never forget the bombing instruction we were given. It said, you will bomb this target visually regardless of altitude. When we got to the target, we were at 4,500 feet. We picked up con, located the target, and the four of us bombed. We really hit a muzzle load. The bombs were exploding They're causing fires. The fuel tanks were exploding, creating more fires. They were spreading. The ammunition was exploding, and their supplies, we destroyed the supply. In fact, we destroyed everything that the Germans had put together for 48 hours.
Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. And he ain't gonna jump no more. Is everybody happy? Cries the shaker looking up. Our hero meekly answered yes, and then they stood him up. He leaped right out into the blasted static line and hook, and he ain't gonna jump no more. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. And he ain't gonna jump